guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're here with another deck guide for you guys. Since some people liked my last deck guide on Jurax, I decided to do another one. And today I'll be covering my favorite deck, Evols. So yeah, just pretty much same format as last time, going through staples, techs, and just stuff you need if you're gonna be playing this deck in the future, or just want to try it out or build it at any time. So yeah, I guess we'll just jump right in. Just go over what Evols are. So this deck came out in Photon Shockwave, debuted in Photon Shockwave anyway, and it was pretty much a interesting looking rank 4 spam deck in a way. At least that's how I've always felt it's been, is a rank 4 spam deck, because you're trying to get out your level 4 dinos off the evil tiles to gain certain effects. And for the most part, it was pretty okay. It had a few regional tops in its later half of its kind of like peak period, if you can call it that, where people use Blaster and like in Singularity and everything. It was pretty interesting. It had a few regional tops, and ever since then, though, since like I think that died down like mid 2012 or some shit like that. So now though, it's just a fun deck that people can try out if they have the time or feel like taking the locals. And yeah, also Link format has not been too kind to this deck. I will say that right now. It's not been too kind to this deck, but that's the case for a lot of decks in this game, sadly. Hopefully we'll get a Link monster. But anyway, let's jump on to the staples. So your staple line, like the cards you really need to, like the cards you need as 3 or 2 ofs in the deck. First off will be Evil Tile Westlow. Evil Tile Westlow is pretty much one of your main evil tiles that you run 3 or 2 of. Basically because it's the simplest way of getting your stuff out, your evil source, namely. So basically, pretty much, on flip, he special summons a Evolsaur from your deck. Pretty simple. This is like pretty much a staple in any kind of Evil deck you're trying to make. So yeah, run him to 2 to 3. Since the flip monster, I usually run them at 2, but that's just my preference. Another staple evil tile is Yugioh. Yugioh is pretty much like Westlow, but a little bit different. On tribute, he can special summon an Evolsaur from your deck. So he's pretty nice. He combos well with a certain other card that I'll later talk about. Which is able to get you 2 Evolsaurs in just one go. Other staples, Yugioh. I feel like Yugioh is a staple just because of the fact that he combos well with the same spell that combos well with Yugioh. It also is a cool Foolish Burial Dump to load up your graveyard with Evolsaurs for the Volcanoes effect, and just a good overall, just a good monster for the deck in general. So that's pretty much it for the evil tiles as staples. Now let's get on to the Evolsaurs staples. Serrato. Usually run 2 of this guy. Serrato is pretty nice on special summon. It's off an evil tile, he gains 200, and when you source a monster by battle, he can add 8 evil tile from deck to hand. So he's kind of a Stratos for the evil tile portion, which is nice. Overall though, if he doesn't get summoned off an evil tile, he's just a 1900 vanilla, which is pretty okay. Another one is Diplo. Diplo is pretty nice. It's an MST off from an evil tile effect, so it's nice. Gets rid of back row and everything like that, just standard stuff. And then there's Volcano, which is pretty much a 3 of, I think, regardless. Pretty much when he's a special off an evil tile, he can bring back a Evolsaur from your graveyard. So it's kind of like a Monster Reborn to help get into more Xyz plays, or nowadays, I guess, into more Link plays. So that's it for the staple evil tile Evolsaur line. You can also, some of these other cards, like Conductor, I feel is a good staple for the deck. Non-evil tile wise or non-evil wise, because Conductor is just easily made off of Double Evolution Pill, which is another thing I think should be a staple in the deck now, just because you can use these guys so easily. Like Pill, namely, because everything's non-dino and dino, I think it should just be thrown in like without question. I mean, that's just, if you don't want to throw them in, that's totally fine for you. But to me, I think if you're gonna run this deck at its best ability, you throw in the Pill and then the Conductor. You don't have to go overboard. I'd say maybe 2 Conductor. If you really don't want to like see him at all, you can run him at 1 and just 2 Pill. That's perfectly fine. But I do feel like if you're gonna make this deck, you run Pill and Conductor in some quantity. Other staples in the deck, Evo Diversity, the search spell, pretty much, the Rhoda for the deck. So you just no questions asked, run 3. Evil Force, this is the spell that I was talking about that combos well with Yugioh and Lagasucho. Just, you know, gets out Evosaurs faster and also just is pretty much a really good power play for the deck. And then their last staple I feel you should have in the deck is Evil Singularity. Evil Singularity is a nuts trap card. I think is probably one of the best trap support cards I've ever seen a deck can get, at least to me, because it's my favorite deck. But anyway, if you don't know what this does, it pretty much is a free Xyz summon. Like, you can take a Evil Tile and Evosaur, go into any Evil Czar, so you can go into your an Logia, or a Dolka, or a Solda, just off the bat, which is nice. Now onto some techs. Some tech evil tiles you can throw in this deck is Jafir. Like one of them is Jafiro. Jafiro is cool because if you can destroy a battle, you can bring back an evil sword, and it's kind of a cool thing. If you bring back a volcano from graveyard, volcano, then bring back another thing. So that's nice. You get 2 bodies back off of that little thing. Odonto is okay. Normal summon, special and evil sword from your hand. It's all right. I usually run 1 or none. To be honest, it's okay. I wish it was from deck, but I didn't make the card. But it's overall, it's okay in link format because you can go into a quick link summon if you want. Another one is El Gennaro. El Gennaro is a kind of a weird one, in my opinion. I've tried to make it work in some builds, but otherwise I usually almost never use it. But it's an okay effect. Basically, on Tribute, draw a card, then you can shuffle a evil, like I think you can shuffle a dinosaur, and then you add an evil tile. I think that's how it works. But because I'm sorry, I almost never use him, but I try to make him work sometimes. But he's an okay card if you want to run him for a little bit of draw power, I guess, and pan fixing. Another tech, this is an Evosaur now, Evosaur Darwino. Darwino's pretty funny. When he's special summoned off of an evil tile, he raises a monster on the field 2 levels, which is nice. I think it's just dinosaur specific. I think, which is okay, because now you can access a rank 5 pool if you target a Westlow, raises the level by 2. So you can access the rank 5 pool a little bit, which is nice. Other techs, if you want to go overboard with the Pill and Conductor line, you can go Overtex and Overrafter to get some consistency with that. I don't run them because it kind of conflicts with the deck, but if you want to have easier access to Pill, be my guest. Ties of the Brethren, I guess I've seen some people do, because you can target when your evil swords and special 2 out, which is nice. Sure, you can't special summon the rest of the turn, but hey, you're getting a bunch of bodies out, which is cool. Evil Price and Evil Karma, because Price allows you to pop cards off a special summon off of a evil tile, specialing a evil sword, except during the damage step, which is nice, so get some popping action going. And Evil Karma pretty much is the same thing, but your opponent cannot respond, pretty much. Primordial Soup is another cool tech card for the deck. Basically with this, you can pretty much enact a magical mallet effect by shuffling back evil source in your hand, and then drawing the same amount that you shuffle back, which is okay. And then Scapegoat, because Scapegoat's hilarious in any slow deck nowadays. Now onto some engines for this deck. Pretty much the main engine, there's only one I've seen that really is kind of like worth running, and that is the Artifact engine. I've seen some deck profiles with artifacts, and I've tried it out myself, and it's actually pretty interesting, and it adds a new like layer to the deck, I feel, because if they pop your Scythe, or like you Sanctum for Scythe, it slows their opponent down, and it kind of just gives you down to that. It puts your opponent at the position where they're just as slow as you, I guess. I don't know, but it's an interesting engine. I've seen some people run it, and it's okay. It's an okay engine that if you want to try it out, you can try it out. So now on to extra deck cards for this deck. Namely, you want to run all 3 of the Evil Czars, Solda, Dolka, and Logia. You can mix around with the ratios. I usually run 1 Solda in varying ratios of 2 line of Logia and Dolka, or just 1-1 for both after that. So you can run 1 of each, or you can run 1 Solda or 2 Logia or 2 Dolka. That's pretty much the thing you can go with. Other ones, just generic rank 4s like Castel and Honor Arc, Tornado Dragon. Just because it's a rank 4 spam deck, you can have access to a lot of rank 4s at your disposal. And also some specific links you can go into. Mainly you want to have Doolittle Chimera and also Hita, but basically because they're fire generic links, and they're just really nice for the deck, because Doolittle can add stuff back and raise attack, and Hita's kind of interesting, getting an extra link on board. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. Just like overall strategies you can go with this deck. I mean, you can go pure. I usually go pure nowadays with Conductor and everything, because like honestly I like that like personally, I like that strategy the most. You can also go with the control aspect with Gozen match and everything because they're all fire. Not really the best strategy nowadays because Salamangreats are fire, but it's whatever. And also you can go Conductor Turbo because spamming about a bunch of conductors because everything is just Dino, non-Dino, which is hilarious. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's just a really nice, fun deck that you can take to locals. I personally love it. It's my favorite deck, and I love the thing to death. It's a great deck, and I love it a lot. And I hope you guys try it out. Hopefully this this video like showed you what you need for the deck, you know, and hopefully this like gave you a better idea on how to build it, and just gave you some good ideas going forward if you ever want to make this deck. Also, I hope you do try it out. It's a pretty fun deck. I would recommend it to anyone who's just starting out in the game, or just looking for a fun budget deck experiment they can take to locals every once in a while. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's anything I missed, leave it down in the comment section below, so I know for the future, and also other people, if it helps them as well, like who have watched this video looking for any tips and everything. So yeah, if there's anything main things I missed, leave it down in the comment section below. I'm always fine with it. It gives me something to learn in the future as well. And also, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, a comment, definitely subscribe. I'm just starting out with these deck guides. I'm going to be trying to do one for every dinosaur deck that I can think of. So look forward to that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck guide. Hopefully this helped you in some way. And yeah, leave a like, comment, definitely subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.